guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a blue glamorous glittery smoky eye, and the first thing I'm doing is applying a shadow shield underneath my eyes. This will help to pick up the fallout that will fall when I apply products. And the first eyeshadow that I'm going in with is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's called Nude. It's a very light shade. I believe it's like the same color as my skin tone, so you will not really see it. But still, it's always important to go in with a light shade first to build up the product. This will give you a nice transition. And the brush that I'm using is a Sigma E41, which I will be using a lot in this video. Now the next shade is called Bandwagon by Makeup Geek. And as you can see, this is slightly darker than the shade I used before. I'm going to slowly build up the color by going in with darker and darker shades. Now I'm going in with Warm Taupe, which is even darker than the Bandwagon eyeshadow. And I'm also going to blend this in my crease. I'm still using that same Sigma E40 brush. And I'm just going to blend this in my crease. Nothing special, just moving my brush from the inner corner to the outer corner, going back and forward. You don't really need to be very precise. Just make sure that you don't go up too high towards your brow bone. Now I'm going to use the Balm eye palette, and I know it looks very dirty. I'm going to first start using the Matte Abdul eyeshadow shade. And I'm also going to blend this in my crease. This is a mid-tone gray shade. And since this is a smoky eye, I wanted to keep it on the cool side, so that's why I'm using those gray shades. Now I'm going to use Matt Johnson, which is a darker gray shade. And the reason why this palette looks so dirty is because I use this one a lot. I really like the white shade for underneath my brow bones, which I also did today, but I'm not showing it in the video. It's a very pigmented white shade. So I'm just blending this dark gray shade also all over in my crease. Now I'm going to use this Neptune eyeshadow shade by Makeup Geek, which is a very pretty bright blue shade. And I'm also going to blend this in my crease. I'm still using that Sigma E40 brush, and I just blended this in my crease to give it a sort of blue sheen. I don't know, I just wanted it to be more blue, so that's why I'm applying this right on top of it. Now I'm going to use the Blueberry eyeshadow, also by Makeup Geek. And I'm going to use a tinier brush, which is by Morphe, the M506 one. And I'm going to blend this in my outer V and in my inner V. And I'm going to remove my shadow shield, which isn't handy, but I will go back into that later. Now I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer just to clean up the edge of my eye look, because the shadow shield ripped off my foundation, so I need to reapply it. Now I'm going to use the Makeup Geek Corrupt eyeshadow, which is a very intense black eyeshadow. And I'm going to blend this in my outer V and also in my inner corner, just to make it more smoky. And I'm slowly blending this upwards towards my crease. I really like this brush, the Morphe M506. I seriously use it in all my videos. It comes in handy for everything. I'm not sure if it's sold separately. If it does, you need to get your hands on it. So now I'm using that E40 brush with whatever's left on it, and I'm just going to blend it along my crease. Now I'm going to use the Star Cobalt eyeshadow by Anastasia, so pretty. And I'm going to press this in the middle part of my eyelid where I haven't applied product yet. And right now I'm using the MAC 242 brush. I use it all the time, my favorite brush for applying shades on the eyelids. And yes, if you want a more intense metallic finish, you can make your brush wet by using some MAC Fix Spray, or just make it wet. And to make sure that it isn't too harsh, I'm going back in with a Sigma E40 brush and I'm going around the edges. Now I'm using this blue glitter from Modus Cosmetics, and this is so pretty. I'm using my fingers to press this on my eyelids, and right underneath it I use the MAC Mixing Medium Gel. And I don't know, I think it's so pretty. The Modus glitters are just a very fine structure. Now I'm using the Blueberry eyeshadow again by I'm using the Blueberry eyeshadow again by Makeup Geek. I'm using that Morphe M506 brush to blend this softly underneath my eyes, and I kept a really soft hand. I didn't press really hard on my skin. Now I'm using this Cobalt pencil in my waterline. It didn't give a lot of pigmentation, so I really had to press really hard on my waterline to get it as blue as possible. Now I'm going back in with the Neptune eyeshadow by Makeup Geek, and this one looks very familiar with the eye pencil. So I'm going to apply this right on top of my waterline, and I know this might look a little bit scary, especially if you wear contacts. I'm not sure if this is smart, but if you don't, it just will make sure that the pencil in your waterline will stay in place, and it makes it even more blue. Now I'm going to use the NYC liquid liner to apply my eyeliner. I did this off camera because I was having a really hard time. And I'm going to use the Corrupt eyeshadow by Makeup Geek to connect the wing with my lower lash line. So I always press this in the outer edge of my lower lash line and then just blend back and forth. Now I'm using the Makeup Geek Ice Queen in my inner corner. I also did this off camera, I forgot to show it. And I used the Maybelline mascara. But first I always curl my lashes. I find this handy for when I apply my eyelashes. And I really like this mascara. It is waterproof, so I find it hard to get off my eyelids, which makes me more aggressive, which isn't really nice for my natural lashes. So I used 5 steel lashes from my own lash company. I will link them down in the description bar together with a discount code. These are quite natural. I really like these for a everyday look, but also for a smoky eye. Now for my lips, I'm going to use the MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil, which is a nude brownie shade. I really like this one. I use it all the time. And thanks to a friend of mine, I finally got my hands on it because it was sold out for such a long time in the Netherlands. But this one is really pretty, and I think it's a must-have. Now right on top of that, I'm going to apply the Melt Cosmetics Sext lipstick. This is so pretty. It's a nude shade. It is very light though, but it has a sort of pinky, also a little bit peachy undertone. It's really nice. Now I'm using my finger to blend this towards my lip liner just to melt that together. And I wanted to go for a glossy, and I used the Flash Lip Gloss by Natasha Denona. Such a pretty shade. I didn't really like how it looked on top of the lipstick. I feel like this is a lip gloss that you need to use on its own. I don't know, the texture went a little bit weird. I'm using the MAC Mineralized Powder in shade Medium Deep to contour and bronze my face. I really like it. I used it in all my previous videos. I like the texture of the mineralized powders, and this shade is really nice. I'm also going to apply this in my neck since I'm really pale. I really need to apply a fake tan. So for my blush, I'm using the Sigma Fantasy Powder Blush. It's just a really pretty shade, and it's not really expensive, so that's why I'm using it. And I know, really stupid, but I forgot to film the end result. So this is basically how the end result looks. And yes, this is the eye look completed. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I'm not happy with the quality of my video today. I don't know, I have problems with my camera, so sometimes it might look a little bit washed out. I don't know. Yes, I really like the eye look. I also showed it on Snapchat and you all liked it so much. And yes, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!